Hello, and good evening, good night. How are you? Oh, my voice is so scratchy. What's going on? Good thing I have a nice cup of herbal ginger tea here. I don't know how the lighting is going here, if you can see me. This is an experiment. Welcome to the Coding Train Late Night Show. Oh, come on! You're excited to be here. Don't be so curmudgeonly. All right. Well, here I am, embarking on a new experiment, which seems to be like just resetting the coding train these days. First, I was like, I got a new studio I'm working at NYU. Then, I've got a new studio. It's not really a studio. It's a room in my home where I'm trying to live stream. And then I kind of fell off the map there. And now I'm back because I would really like to give you some very important information. Today, I am announcing breaking Coding Train news. I'm trying to stream at night and see what happens. My kids are, well, they're probably not asleep. Are you all asleep? Go to bed. Probably, actually might be waking them up. I'm seeing all these nice messages in the chat, which is why whenever I look over here, I'm looking at the chat. So here's the deal. I'm going to try a new experiment, which I'm going to stream. I'm going to have a Coding Train late night show, which is what you're watching right now. I may, in fact, next week have a Coding Train morning show, because I was thinking about all the people who, for whom it is 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. or 3 a.m. or 6 a.m. This oddly might be a more convenient time for many of you. I might have some first-time viewers here, which, oh my goodness, if I have some first-time viewers here, boy, am I sorry, because I am not at all prepared. Basically, I just got it together to turn all of the equipment on and be here talking to you. And I do have some ginger tea, but, you know, as those of you who are, boy, that slurping sound might be kind of annoying. Maybe I should mute my microphone whenever I do that. As those of you who have watched the Coding Train before know, I like to get started with a reading from the Coding Train book. Well, it's not the Coding Train book, but it's one of my favorite books. A Million Random Digits. It'd be nice if I could talk. I'm so tired. This is not a good idea. I was having so much regret at about 9:15 p.m. tonight when I was like, oh, I could just be like getting into my pajamas and curling up with a good book in bed. Instead, I'm going to turn these bright lights on and microphone this and that. I'm pleased to hear, I just saw in the chat that it's 8:30 a.m. in India, which is thrilling to me because I typically, most of my live stream times, I think actually have been in the middle of the night in India and that part, other countries and areas in the world that are at that same time zone. I think Europe is really getting kind of the short end of the stick here. All right, so let's go and let's all just get settled in, get cozy if you're that night with your cup of tea and under the covers and have your like mobile device pressed against your eyes. Turn it off. The light is bad for you. Go meditate, breathe, listen to some music. Actually, let's see if I can manage to play this without getting a copyright strike. Well, I don't get a copyright strike, but a copyright claim or whatever it is that YouTube does when you play music. But I have these wonderful Goldberg variations that I am going to play here. It might be kind of loud. Let's turn the volume down a little bit in the music. Judge Omego is asking, how do I skip a live stream to the next subject? Here's my suggestion to you. Turn this off right now. Maybe come back. Probably don't come back tomorrow and watch it, but at least if you come back tomorrow and watch it, I will hopefully have some time codes in the description and you can skip ahead to if I even get around to doing anything. 73,191. 34,676. 69,204. 96,176. By the way, the new Late Night Coding Train show is brought to you by the members of the Coding Train. And if you would like to join with a membership today, these lights behind me will blink. We'll see. We'll see if that works. 12,388. 47,870. Oh, nope, that's the wrong number. Oh boy. 47,894. Did you notice that I got I took a shower, I combed my hair. I even attempted to do some beard trimming, grooming, that sort of thing. Didn't go very well. 96,139. 54,069. 61,066. 99,319. Okay. Deep breath. Let us transition. No! What? Let me try this again. There we go. Why did this button not work? Oh, weird. My Stream Deck is broken, but it's fine. This works. This works. This works. All right. Okay. Now, moving along here. At precisely midnight, I will turn into a pumpkin. I know. Not actually a pumpkin. I'm gonna have to work on this a lot more. So instead of having marathon long live streams, I'm hoping to work on a variety of projects piece by piece over a period of time. So it's my intention, I don't really know if I should commit to this, to live stream. I've got a Monday through Thursday show going on here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 11 p.m. Yesterday was a holiday here in the United States, and I couldn't get myself together to stream. So today is the first one. I'll be back tomorrow at exactly this time. And on Thursday at this time. Then I will be taking the weekend off to do other things. And I'll be back the next week, possibly with the Coding Train morning show, where I will have a caffeinated beverage. I do not have a caffeinated beverage. I have a nice, delicious, warm cup of ginger tea. Now, something I have to manage to do while I live stream now with this new Coding Train late night theme is not waste so much time, because I'm only going to be here till midnight. I've got to get started. So the way that I'm going to get started, and I'm going to take things slow. This is going to be a slow, easygoing process. And sadly, this is going to be a horrible thing when tomorrow I'm like, sorry, the Coding Train late night show was canceled, because it could really easily get canceled. There's so many ways it could get canceled, but I'm going to really try to see if I can keep this going. You know, basically, like, my days are filled with homeschooling my wonderful, beautiful children that I spend every waking, living moment with. And I'm now using my precious 1 hour of late night time, which is quiet and peaceful to myself, to be with you, the people of the internet, not wasting time talking and rambling and trying to log into various accounts. No. I'm going to get started with doing some stuff, but I am going to take things slow. And the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up this wonderful little web browser here and go over to here. And we'll now move on to variation number 2. Oh, this one's a little upbeat. Let's see. I don't know how the balance is. Can you hear me over the music? This is too upbeat. Okay, it's fine. This is going to get me moving. So now, I want to make a new repository. Where's my new repository button? It left. There's usually, is it because, oh, is it over here? Ah, no. Oh, there it is. I just had to shrink. Oh, look. The lights are blinking because cringy 7-year-old. So first of all, cringy 7-year-old, if that's really your real name. And I would say you are not cringy. I don't know if you're 7. Your name says you're 7. If you're 7, go to bed. My goodness, it's way past your bedtime. And I will read you a random number to thank you. Boy, I'm not going to get through very much stuff here. Your random number for today is... Wait, no, I've by the way, I didn't prepare for this by looking at code examples or signing into any accounts or getting anything set up on this computer. No, I spent my brief amount of time preparing, looking for music tracks and sound effects and that sort of thing. No, wrong one. Thank you, cringy 7-year-old. While it really is time for you to go to bed, and I hope that you get a good night's sleep, your body needs it, and you're taking care of yourself before you're watching YouTube live streams about coding. I thank you for your super chat, which is a really ridiculous thing if you think about it. Why are you paying me money? I don't really deserve that money. I mean, it's helpful, I guess. I mean, I appreciate it. Oh, but I'm going to pick a random number for you. Go to bed, everybody. 45,504. That, cringy 7-year-old, is your random number. All right. This is the music I need for creating my new GitHub repo. It looks kind of loud. We're going to make this in Coding Train. Late night. Late at night. Oh, you can barely see it. I'm gonna, oh, Lucky Llama. Lucky Llama, I don't know if I can do this. Can I take a break every time? No, that's the wrong button. Lucky Llama. What does it mean to be a llama? And especially in 2020. I mean, we're all hopefully staying safe and quarantined at home, but are the llamas at home? I heard something about llamas and antibodies, and I'm not my area of expertise. I shouldn't be talking about it. I should just be thanking Lucky Llama for the super chat, which now it seems that if I'm going to do this thing for the super chats, I hope this is discouraging people from giving me super chats. Because it's really not a thing you should be doing. Definitely not a thing. But your random number, oh God, Pedro, stop everybody. Oh, Night Shift or True Tone is on. Thank you, David Keck. I will fix that. That is such useful information. 33,958 is for you, Lucky Llama. And I think it was Pedro. I believe it was Pedro was the name. Joe Paris. Oh, Joe Paris. Stop it, everybody. It's very kind. Your message is very sweet. It's yellow. I wish the lights would blink yellow. But you all get a random number. Oh. I don't know if you can see this, but on this page is the random number 88888888. 88,888 is for you, Lucky Llama. 7,752 is for you, Pedro, and Joe Paris. Joe Paris, mon ami. Oh boy, if only I could read the number in French, that would have been so good. 26, 14, 3. I'm sorry, everybody. I apologize to anyone who speaks French for that terrible, messed up number that probably didn't make any sense, and also in a terrible French accent. Okay. So this is really loud, the music in my ear. I hope the volume is fine for you. These are the projects I want to do. I want to create, okay, first, all right, system preferences. Let me see if I can turn off this. What? Oh, hold on a second. Let me try to turn off this True Tone nonsense, which is really driving me crazy. That, I believe, is in displays. I am looking at my system preferences right now. It's taken me a very long time to find displays. And color. Where is that silly True Tone thing? Color. I thought it was under color. Oh, USB capture, built-in retina. True Tone off. Hopefully this fixes it. Yeah. That fixed it. All right. That button is broken. Okay. True Tone is off. I believe that's correct. I would like this to be a little bit bigger. And so I want to do, excuse me, I must have some more ginger tea here. I am going to do a countdown. I'm going to do a heart firework and a midnight pumpkin alarm. So when I say overlays, I cannot speak at nighttime. Not that I could speak during the day. When I say overlays, one of the things I've always wanted to have is things that pop up and appear in real time that are software based in the live stream. And this is something I can do because I'm using Open Broadcast Studio, and I can have a web page be an element in Open Broadcast Studio that's over top of me, and I can send signals to it by all sorts of networking fancy things. So eventually I'm going to get this hooked up as a Discord bot, and we can create fireworks. I mean, if you want to see what so that's one of the things I want to work on. I want to do lots of weird AI stuff. This is, by the way, my summer plan. Forget about it. Like all of that stuff where I was making tutorials that made sense, that were sequenced, that you could follow in a curriculum like you were a student at a university who had to suddenly go home and you couldn't be in class anymore and you had to do all of your learning over the internet. I'm done with that. I had a lot of that. I'm just going to be here every night at 11 p.m., keeping my children awake because I talk really loud, although where they're sleeping is quite far away. I mean, it's in the same home here in Brooklyn where I live. I'm really excited, by the way, if it rains, one of these nights, if it rains, because I think the rain will be very loud where I am. Deep breath. Okay. I believe that I got a new member. I'm being told by my breaking news. There is a new member of the Coding Train, and that new member is Oreste Marcelino. And I will say to Oreste Marcelino, you have won with your membership a random number from page 31, 33,798. And someday I will send you in the mail some stickers. It will take me a long time to send them to you, but I will send them to you. Eventually. I hope. I mean, definitely. Please ask me about the stickers. I got to get those out. Okay. So I want to do weird AI stuff. So I want to train a GPT-2 model on all of my YouTube transcripts. I want to train a StyleGAN model on, I don't know, all of my YouTube thumbnails. I could probably come up with a better idea there. Maybe I should, so those are some things I want to do. I want to do some Discord bot stuff, which is related. I want to do some Hue Lights stuff. I also want to do some vinyl cutting and plotter stuff. You'll see that's coming. Oh, Pedro! Pedro! What are you doing to me here? Pedro! with your Coding Train membership. On the passengers level, you have the ability to like unlock some channels in our Discord. Will my Discord button work? The Discord is free and open to everybody. There are way too many people watching this right now. That's insane. Really great. For the fact that I'm basically doing nothing, just sitting here and talking and feeling incredibly awkward and like uncomfortable. I made these lights that are on me way too bright. Out of curiosity, and maybe in the Discord live chat, it might be helpful to hear. Do I look okay? Like, I feel ridiculous that I'm wearing this tie. But, you know, basically I live in my jogging shorts and t-shirts. And I just feel like, I don't know, it's 10:30 at night. Why don't I take a shower and get dressed up? I am wearing, I should say, though, pajama pants. Because, of course. My kids got a real kick out of that. They're like, why are you wearing a tie and pajama pants? I'm kind of a weirdo on the internet, but I'm actually weirder at home, if you can believe that. Looks great, says Alka. Thank you. I do, by the way, have a green screen and the ability to key myself out, but I want to do stuff with the hue lights. So while I have the hue lights behind me, I'm going to do that. Can I do beard jokes? If somebody could feed me in the Discord live members chat, if you could feed me a joke. I need a write joke. Can I get like some joke writers so I can come on like tell some jokes? I actually asked my kids to write me some jokes, and I didn't get anything good. I could go with the like, why is 8 the one that's afraid of 7, or is 7 afraid of 8? I think 8 is afraid of 7 because 7, 8, 9. Yeah, thank you. I think this is more appropriate. I made it too quiet. Now I can't hear my sound effects. All right, so hue lights, Discord bot, control overlays. Oh, I want a poll overlay, live poll overlay. I saw 3 Blue 1 Brown, who was doing these live sessions, math lessons, like basically, and this is like internet weirdo just wasting time, and 3 Blue 1 Brown's live sessions was like, inject this math knowledge directly into my brain. Oh my God, it's so good. Someday maybe I can achieve that kind of wonderfulness. Discord control overlays, control hue lights, and chat with Shiftman bot. And this is a TBD, and control from P5JS. So this is what I'm planning to do. Oh, 6 is afraid of 7. 6 is the one afraid of 7? Yeah, 8's not afraid of 7 because 8 is one of the people who eats. It's not a person, it's a number. Nobody should give me a boo. Like, by the way, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different laugh sound effects and only 1 boo. And then I realized the only thing appropriate for me to press is the boo. Let's try some more Goldberg variations. All right, this is good. So I think what would be good to do in the next half an hour before I turn into a pumpkin. Actually, let's make the midnight pumpkin alarm. I think if I can manage to make the midnight pumpkin alarm, then I can have that be the overlay and it will go off at midnight. So let's commit these. And by the way, this is a sincere invitation for everybody watching here to participate in this README. Not README, this GitHub repository. So the code that I'm doing will be in here. Maybe I can figure out a way that people can make variations of the overlays that I can use or actually I'll take contributions to them, frankly, to make them better, because these are just projects that I'm working on. That's a thing. I should be streaming on. Do you think if I say that I should be streaming on Twitch, I should probably go get some aluminum foil or something, because I don't know. All right. So let's go to the P5 editor. We're getting slow start here. I got to log in. Coding Train. Excuse me while I look up my password. Opening up my generic password manager application. You're welcome to sponsor me. I might have some sponsors eventually for this. I haven't alerted I said, the coronavirus hit. NYU semester was super busy. I had to move all my equipment home. I was like, nah, no more sponsors, please. I cannot deal with this stress. But maybe we'll see. If this goes well, it's helpful. It's helpful. Every little bit counts. What was I doing? Looking up a password. Okay. Editor. Seriously? Oh, there it is. Here it is. All right. Oh boy, this is gonna take me a bit. FP178 exclamation point C M capital Q capital 9. There's no such thing as a capital number. This is not actually my password. I'm saying random stuff as I'm typing. And there we go. Yeah, why not? Let's just go crazy here. Okay. So I believe that at one point in my life, I made a video tutorial. Oh boy, the lights are blinking, aren't they? They're blinking. They're blinking. They're blinking. No, it's the other one. A. It just says A to me. I'm sure you have a longer name than A, but in the view of my chat over here on the left, your message is gone and it's highlighted at the top with the letter A. And so, as A is the first letter in the alphabet, I will read you the first random number in this random number book. Really, it's random number 0, but A is not the 0 number of the alphabet. A is a letter, not a number. My brain, by the way, does not work past 9 p.m. at night, and this whole thing was a terrible idea. 10,097. All right. Okay, so I made a tutorial, a JavaScript timer coding train. And if I go here, there were a couple community contributions that you can see right over here. And thank you, William. And who says, love your work. Love your work, love your work. No, love your work. Ah, love your work. Oh, I love your work. Yeah, we all love each other's work. Isn't that nice? All right, let's get serious here. So let's maybe start with this code. And I'm going to go to the web editor. It's oh, interesting. It is using DOM elements. You know what? Let's not start with this code. Let's make a full screen overlay here. Let's do it with Canvas. Let's go canvassing. So we're going to do pumpkin alarm timer. And first, let's see, can we in P5 very easily just get the current time? That's probably an easy thing to do. I think the functions to do that are hour and minute and second. So let's see if I can say let hour equal hour. No, that can't possibly be right. First of all, it's giving me this. First of all, this is so, yeah, it's bad on so many levels, right? Because if there is a function named hour, called hour in P5, that's a global function. I just named a variable called hour, and I'm totally just, let's go to the reference. So, by the way, if you've never seen P5 before, hello, here's the P5 website. P5 is a JavaScript library for creative coding. It's a way to describe it, but I would say it's much more than that. It is really a community of friendly, welcoming people who like to be creative and express themselves through code. And if you're a beginner, it's a great place for you to start. So I'm going to go to the reference. I'm going to sort of search to see if I can find hour. Indeed, I was right. Let h equals hour. This would be perhaps a better thing. Oh, A is the monetary unit. Sorry. Okay. So the name of the kind contribution was LXUVIA, a dollar sign, which must be some other is the monetary unit. So okay, so let's go with let h equals hour, and I'm not in this sketch. We're going to do that. What was that? Do you hear that? There's a wild animal in my house. It's not a wild animal. It's a cat, and it's domesticated. And her name is Greta. Greta, maybe she'll come. I do have a dog cam, but the dog is not there. There's a nice little bed under here, so if Gloria decides to, I mean, she's probably just totally conked out somewhere, but maybe we can get her to say hello. Let m equal minute. I can only assume it's minute. Let s equal seconds. Second minute. Okay. And now I'm just going to close that sketch. Let's just see if I can get these on the screen. Now, one thing that I absolutely love, one of my favorite things in life, it's really a sad state of affairs in my life that I'm about to say this, is a thing called a string literal. And so I can make, what this is, I can say the time, I can display the time by using a backtick, and then I can have the value of a variable with $sign and these curly brackets. Then I can put in any other text that I want. So I could say colon, $sign, minute, colon, $sign, second. Oh, here comes the cat. This is a really exciting moment. She never comes to me. Oh, no, I got you. She is, I guess I should go back to the full camera here. So this is Greta. She is a rescue kitten, if that's a thing. But a colleague of mine at NYU rescued a cat who gave birth to her, and all the kittens were put up for adoption. And Greta and her sister Evie came to live with us. So she was born less than a year ago, and I am getting template literal. It's called a template. Am I even, the thing that I love so much, I'm saying the wrong name? Thank you to a new member. Oh my God, so many new members. Maybe the chat, the members who are watching in Discord could just collect the names, and I'll do a kind of round of thanking at the end, because I think it's sort of like a fun bit that I've got going on here, but it kind of interrupts the flow. I've got to stay within the flow. Template literal. So this now, if I say text time, and I'm going to say text align, center. Oh, I have a Coding Train color palette. I have to look that up later. I don't know where it is. So I need to have that on hand. So somebody remind me. So this is good. So I can file. The other thing people can do is help me file issues of things to remember. So Coding Train color palette. I need that on hand. You don't see me coding. Sorry. I need that on hand for easy access while streaming. Alrighty then. Is that a thing? Is it back? No, it's not. I was thinking of having a contest for a Coding Train catchphrase, which will not be. Alrighty then. Definitely not that. Okay, there we go. So back to here. So here's my template literal. I'm going to write text align, center. I know. See, the problem with the chat is you're way behind me. I've already fixed it. Recent member names. Thank you, Alka. I might need those at the end. By the way, I'm just going to call it string literal because I think of it as a string literal. But maybe template literal makes sense because this is a template from which to make the string. I don't know. Who cares? We're going to say width divided by 2, height divided by 2, fill 255, background 0. Text size 128, and let's see what we got here. There we go. Oh boy. Look at this. I got a clock. So now, how do I get this to be an overlay on my live stream right now? Oh boy, this is super exciting. Oh, also, this is really bothering me. I need to number format these. So I should say a number format, I think it's 2,0, like I don't want any decimal places. So I want it always to be 2 digits but no decimal places. I think that's what I want. So let's do that to all of these. I really miss having my music going. So let's see here. Well, we're going to have to wait until it gets to 0. I'll wait. I got nowhere to be. I've got 21 minutes. Maybe the late night show should be in 90 minutes. Yeah, okay, it worked. Excellent. All right. Now, how do I make this an overlay? So first of all, I can make this a transparent background by saying clear. So in the draw loop, if I call clear, that is erasing, resetting the background, but setting it entirely transparent. So whatever is behind on the web page will be viewable. So for example, now if I go to File, Share, and I think I want, well, the full mode is a nice one to look at because now I can see this is my sketch. Thank you, Dustin. Welcome, new member. The lights are blinking. I don't know, is the music too distracting? I don't know. This one's a little bit distracting for me, this variation 3. Oh, mwah, I love variation 4. So good. So this is a thing I can now make happen in Open Broadcast Studio. So give me a moment, and I'm going to make that happen for you. And for me. What have I not played yet? Let's try this one. All right, everybody. We're going to get our first overlay. All right, so I have to go over here to this computer, which you can't see, unfortunately. I should be able to. I should figure out a way to bring my open. Oh, I could bring my Open Broadcast Studio in. I'll do that another time. So I am now going to go to my web browser and go to the P5 web editor. Log in as Coding Train. Oh. Ah! Caps lock. Caps lock. I've tried to enter in my master password for my password manager 3 times now, and I can't seem to get it. Oh. I got it! 5th try. Okay, I'm in there. Let me get the URL. I'm going to open that sketch. Pumpkin Alarm Timer. What a strange name for a sketch. Let me get the present full. So this full mode is a nice idea. You're about to see it. Going to add browser. Pumpkin. Call this one Pumpkin. Oh, do you see that? There you go. See, so now you see, so this is something I can do in Open Broadcast Studio, which I can add a browser source. So now I'm going to put in this page, and I'm going to say OK, and there it is. You can see it. There it is. Now, here's the thing. I want to look at it. So here it is. This view of the P5 web editor has, and I don't have any of the chats up right now because I messed everything up by going to the web browser. So this this view of the web editor actually has a white background. So the page itself is not transparent. That is no good. So what I really want is to look at, and if I go back to this here, what I really want to look at is not the full view, but present. So present view for the web editor, just actually, you can't see it because it's entirely white. That was a bad idea. But this actually just displays the web page with nothing. The entire web page itself is transparent. So that's the view that I want in Open Broadcast Studio. So I will now go over there and I'm going to hit edit. What happened to the music? Okay, and here we go. I see some blinking lights. By the way, I never have, this is a much higher viewership than I usually have, which is a little bit insane to me. Let's go to, properties. We're going to change it to the present view. And there we go. So now you see I have my overlay. I can eat it. That was weird and probably not a thing I should have done and would be good to edit out of this video, which I can't because I'm live streaming. All right, so now we know. Is the music too quiet? So now we know. Now what else? What should I do with this? So now that I have the overlay, and I guess I should put the overlay on this layout here. So let's put the overlay in here too. Put in, what was this, a browser source? Add existing, pumpkin. By the way, I spelled pumpkin, pumpkin. So here's the timer. No bells and whistles here, no frills. But what I really need is I need to have something go nuts on the screen when it's midnight. I need the screen to be full of pumpkins so I know that I have to go. Maybe I should turn into something that's not a pumpkin. What would be a thing that I would turn into that's the equivalent? If I were, so does Cinderella turn into a pumpkin? No, the carriage turns into a pumpkin. I don't know. I only have 14 minutes here. I did make a good list of interesting stuff to try. We already had the clock on the MacBook. Yeah, but let's make it do some more interesting stuff. So actually, so now that I have this here, let's make it fancier. So let's do something like, let's first figure out to make something happen when it's midnight. If hour equals 24, actually that's all I need to check, right? Once it's 24, then I need pumpkin madness to happen. I could, should we fire up Runway? And we could get a StyleGAN model, make us like an AI generated pumpkin? Can we do that in 13 minutes? No, but why not try? Okay, hold on. I gotta do some, how do I get a collection of, I think I'm gonna have to save this for another time. Or we could just start. Clock takes over the screen with Perlin noise. Well, one thing that might be nice to actually look at right now is how to do some image scraping, which I have done before. Google image Python. Have I done this with Node? Oh, I'm gonna have to have an API key. Oh, thank you. You know what would be good? If only there was a web series about web scraping. Here it is. So this is a work in progress guide to web scraping as an artistic and critical practice created by Sam Levine. You can sign up for this letter, and you can also go through all these tutorials. I might have to look at this and come back to it. All right, let's not worry about training our own machine learning model. Oh wait, I have an idea. Let's open up Runway. Oh, I'm gonna have to log in here. H equals 0. Oh. All right. I like to do some weird stuff. So I should probably explain more what Runway is. All right, everybody. Let's get my password again. Oh, this is the worst. I think it'll keep me logged in after today. How do I find it? Search. Runway. Which one is it? I have 2 accounts. That's not good. Did that work? All right, browse models. Let's look for attention GAN. So Runway is browse models. Whoa. Oh, I've heard about this model. Okay, let's turn this music off here. Oh, so we're gonna have to try a lot of these models because this stuff is pretty insane. So Runway is an application that allows you to run a variety of recent machine learning models and connect those models with all sorts of other creative tools and applications. Thank you again. So I should say that I'm not entirely showing this to you out of the goodness of my own heart. I do enjoy and love Runway. I happen to be an advisor to the company, and so it's a project that I have that I feel invested in personally, and that I use for my teaching. But I want to browse models, and I want to go to Attention GAN, text to image generation. So let's try this. I don't know what workspace I'm in here, but I'm just going to put in a little text here, and I'm going to type in the word pumpkin. So what Attention GAN model does is it uses something called a generative adversarial network, or GAN, and it's trained with images that are tied to words. So it's been trained on all these. The training data was images that are labeled. So now, if you feed it a word, you can have it generate an image related to that word. So let's see what happens if I run this model. And I should have 7 minutes here. And I have a coupon code for people to use Runway. I need to get that. Is it going? Pumpkin patch. Well. Oh, Thomas Atkins is so right. It's a string, and I'm comparing it. Why is this not working? I'm not very satisfied. Oh no, oh sorry. I didn't mean to really click that. Pizza. Do I need to just type more stuff? There are a bunch. I see a lot of pumpkins. I guess I need a sentence. Oh, this is going to give us nightmares. This is a very bad idea. Happy pumpkins. are delicious. I guess it wants sentences. So by the way, you know, it's one thing to just, oh my God, play around and enjoy machine learning models and just like experiment and have fun. And that's really what I'm doing here. But I would say that, you know, if I wanted to be, if I didn't have this like timer going above my head and I wanted to be more thoughtful about this, I'd probably want to go back to the attention GAN model. And, oh, wait, I should really know how to use Runway. And I want to learn more. So the attention GAN model, I can here take a look at the attributions. I can read a little paragraph about it. There's usually a paper that linked to with the paper for the model. Yeah, here we go. GitHub repository and the research paper are down here. So those would be good. Let's see. I have an idea. So this would be much more fun if like I could get something from like the YouTube chat. Late Night Pumpkin Party is a pretty good from Yash in the chat. So let's go back to Runway. Workspaces, no training, exports, hosted models. I need to host a model. Yes, yes. So I need to host this model. Attention GAN 2? No, attention GAN. No, let's get rid of this one. Delete. Let's go back to attention GAN. Yeah. And we're going to try pumpkin, late night pumpkin party on the coding train. 4 minutes. Well, anyway, so we see that this works. Now, how do I deploy this model? Network. Host this model. This is exactly what I want to do. So I'm going to click host this model. Nope, you're seeing it. No, cancel. Okay, so this is something if I were recording a proper video tutorial, I would do some post-production and edit out. The thing is, I believe it costs something like 0.0001 cent for every query on the model. Don't quote me on that. It's like 0.001, something like that. It's a small amount. I don't want you to have the endpoint for this model because you could flood it and I would end up spending a large amount of money. So did I spell pumpkin incorrectly? It doesn't matter right now. So the point is, I'm going to, here in my fancy system, go over to here. And now you can't see my screen. So I'm now going to go to hosting the model. Did it change it? Can I? Oh, I can change it. So all right, good luck guessing this. Good luck guessing the endpoint I created for this. Host model. It's private. And, oh, you already saw some other, I have to hold on, I got to edit something. Oh, I'm active. Oh, I could also just deactivate it later. All right, so let's get this model. I've got the endpoint for the model. I'm going to go back to my workspace. I'm sorry that you can't see what I'm doing. And I'm going to get some JavaScript code. And here we go. Oh boy. Okay, got it. All right. So I've got my code, and I'm going to go back so you can see what I'm coding here. I am going to get pumpkin, a call function called get pumpkin. It's not happening, people. But if I get this done by 1 a.m., it'll still work. And I know this needs to say like this basically now, which is super annoying, but I'll just leave it that way. You'll all improve this for me. Let's add a function called get pumpkin. And for right now, what I'm going to do in Runway is I'm actually just going to run the model. The model's running locally. So I can test this locally, and when I change the code, I can put in my private secret endpoint. So let's put this in here and see what I've got here. Now, what this is doing is it is basically I have a caption that I'm going to send to the model, which is like late night pumpkin party on the coding train, exclamation point. Then I'm going to use the fetch function. Now, I have a whole set of videos about fetch if you've never heard of that function. It allows me to fetch data from a server. Runway, which is this application running on a machine, is actually running on a server. If you're a beginner, I really apologize. I could give you like a whole playlist of things to watch to like sort of fill in all the gaps of like the stuff that I'm just sort of like stitching together right now. But actually, I think what I want to do, which I think will be a little bit friendlier, is use HTTP post, which is a function that's in P5. So I'm going to go back to P5 reference. Feels so quiet. We're going to go to the P5 reference. Yes, the reference. Here we are, the reference. I'm going to go to HTTP post, and I'm going to see what it looks like. So I remember how this works. I need a URL. I need to say I'm sending JSON. Ooh, no. And the data. So let's do this. I'm going to post to the URL, which is this. And I am going to post to that URL, JSON. I'm going to post the inputs, that's the data, and then I have a got image. So I can get rid of all this code, which uses async and await or promises or who knows what it's using, fancy arrow functions, and I could just have this nice P5 HTTP post function, which says, hey, this URL, that's the Runway server that's running locally on my computer right here, right now, because this thing is going. And this is the caption I'm sending it to it. I'm sending the data, this data with JSON format. And when it's done, got image, should have the results. Let's just console log the results. So let's see if this works. Oh, but actually, in setup, let's just call get pumpkin. Get pumpkin. I kind of wish my dog's name was Pumpkin, because then I could do some kind of joke. Yeah, no. Okay, let's see what happens. All right, awesome. This is a really good sign. Look at all this insanity. Beautiful, beautiful. So what is this? This is a base 64 encoded image. Oh, so much to explain and talk about. It might be actually a little bit easier for me to see it in the JavaScript console. Oh, it's doing it. Oh, it's midnight. It's doing it over and over again. Oh no, it's midnight. And good night, everybody. Sorry, that's all we got to today. I gotta go. No, I'm gonna stick this one out. I mean, I feel like I like rules and systems, and I like following those rules, and I like knowing what the rules are, and I like knowing what the systems are and how to deal with them, and it just really helps. It helps. That kind of stuff really helps. And I would like to have a rule that come midnight, I'm out of here. But let's see if we can get this a little bit more. So the result is an object that actually has a property called result. So maybe I don't want to call it result, and that's the base 64 encoded image. So I don't want to look at the console right now. I don't want it to do this over and over again. Let's comment this out, get pumpkin. Let's put it in here. I just want to do it once at the start. Can you see what I'm doing here? I really should do my whole green screening thing. Looks like I see out of the corner of my eye some blinking lights. Thank you to Singapore. Mwah. So this is runway. Let's just call this message. Reply. I can't figure out what to call it. JSON reply. And I think if I just say create image, this is a function in P5 that creates a DOM element. What I by that, like, so there's a canvas in P5, which is a DOM element, document object model. That's what DOM stands for. It's all the things that are on the web page. But I want to draw that image maybe to the canvas, but I just want to see it right now on the web page. So this I think will work if I now say JSON reply dot result. And let's make this just 400 by 400, just briefly. There it is. So there it is. There is the late night coding train party, pumpkin party. We've got the image there. So I think what I want to do is, there's probably a better way of doing this, but let's just create a variable called pumpkin party is false. This was not what I intended to make tonight. Pumpkin party is false. So if H is 0, then that pumpkin party is true. Pumpkin party equals true. And then, so as long as it's that and not pumpkin party, this will ensure that we only do it once. Then I get the pumpkin. So now I'm going to take this out of setup. Because the time is midnight right now, this should work. Right, we've got the, create image was expecting at least 2 arguments but received only 1. I don't know what to tell you. I do want to do this though. Pumpkin image. Oh, no. I see what I want to do. Image ready. So I'm going to create, so when the image is ready, must have a callback, I assume. I want to say, this must be the DOM. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh. Let's do this. Let image equal create image. And then, this is bad. So I was going to, I had this idea that I would just put all the creepy pumpkin images all over the screen. Yeah, I could use absolute positioning. That's what I could do. So let's do that. Let's leave them as DOM elements, and we'll do a position, which is a random width, random height. And then we're going to get another pumpkin. So we're going to do this over and over again until I turn it off. So this is the P5 DOM library allows you to position DOM elements. Let's go back to a window width and window height. And let me just move this over here so we have more room to see. And I think what this should do, syntax error, you can't really see that after line 17. Let me just let you see the entire laptop right now. I'm missing a parentheses here. Let's try this. Where are my pumpkins? All right, let's debug this. Let's get rid of this image ready. Console log image. Am I getting that DOM element? Oh yeah, whoa, oh boy, whoa. Oh, it's always going to be the same image. Okay, so there's an issue here. I think I should, by the way, set timeout, get pumpkin 500. Like, let's not have the pumpkins go crazy. So now this is not that exciting because it's the same pumpkin image every time. So I think what I need to do is, let's go look at the model. So is there like a random seed? I don't think so. This is not really like a latent space where I could kind of just tweak some values or a seed. I think this is like every text input is going to have an exact fixed output. So I think what I need to do is generate the text. So the text is different every time. Why don't we do that as, let's just do that as, let's create word. Let's just make word salad. Pumpkin, pajamas, party, late, night, coding, train. So let's take this array and shuffle it. So if I say console log words in setup, it's going to give me, oh, why is it giving me this? I guess it really wants a callback. Let's look at the reference for create image. Reference. Create image. Oh, I am so wrong about this. That second argument is really important and really should be required. So that's the alt text. So a web page is not accessible to people who use a screen reader to browse the internet, to browse web pages, if there's not alt text, alternative text for images. So if you can't see the image, you could hear a description of it. So that's actually really, really important to include. And I deeply apologize for just kind of, and I'm so glad that P5 gives that error message as a reminder. So I am now, it's 12:10 a.m. I really need to go to bed. Don't let the tie mislead you that I'm like awake and like I'm having a good time. I'm here on the internet with all of my friends. Yeah. All right. JSON reply result. And so this could be the caption. So let's say let caption is, so hold on, let me comment out this get pumpkin for a second. So one of the things I want to see is how do I quickly shuffle this array? Line 18, I've got an error, and I'm sorry, I've got to get my system better here. So I'm going to put in a second argument in a minute. So that's the array down here. If I shuffle the array, is there a JavaScript function that shuffles an array? Like, can I say words.shuffle? It's not a function. No. Let's do JavaScript array methods. And let me come back in here. I like to look at this page. So there really isn't like one of these isn't just shuffle it. I'm having like a total deja. Basically, my life is just destined to repeat the same discussion in every single video and live stream that I do. So I mean, I could easily write. Well, I don't want to pat myself on the cheek too much, but I could write my own shuffle algorithm. Let's do that. I'm sure one of you watching this, especially if you do those like coding game challenges, could write it for me in one line of code, but I'm going to take it slow. And we have another new member. This is pretty amazing. I'm going to take it slow here, and I'm going to write a function, call it shuffle. It's going to receive an array, and I'm just going to do a swap. I'm going to say, oh, I've totally done this so many times. I really should keep a library of functions that I reuse. So I want A to be, and I want B. So I'm picking two indices into the array. I'm not guaranteeing that they're not the same, but it'll good enough for now. So two indices into the array. I want to take the value A and store it because I want A to be what B is, and I want B to be what A is. And now this array is shuffled. 1,000 shuffles is plenty, I'm sure, way more than I need for randomization. And now I could say shuffle words, and if I run the sketch, pumpkin, pajamas, party late, that didn't seem to work. P5 had shuffle. Possibly because your code is already using that name as a variable. Huh? Scramble? Ooh, no. That's not right. That's not right. Oh, no, no, no. So the whole point of this is I need this to be temp. So the point of this with the swap was to save what's in A, put that in B, and then because now that A is what B is, I got to go back to what I saved and put that back in A. Okay. Yes, and making a new array and returning it, all those things could make more sense. Okay, so then, so caption could equal words dot join. Let's just join all the words with a space. I don't know, let's add a period at the end. And then I'm going to do this every single time. Actually, I should just do it in get pumpkin. So this can be a local variable. I don't need a global variable caption. I don't need to do this here. So basically, every time I want to get a pumpkin, I scramble the words. I mean, there's only so many possibilities. Like, how many ways can you shuffle an array with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things in it? That would be 7 factorial, right? Which is, there's 5,000 ways. So that's pretty good. I think that my math is right there. Because there's 7 things, 7 possibilities, and 6 possibilities, and 5 possibilities, and 4, so 7 times 5, yeah. All right, so now let's see what happens if I get pumpkin again. Failed to fetch, why? Oh, well, first of all, this should be this. Type error, failed to fetch. Oh, am I not running the model anymore? Oh yeah, it's not running. So I think Runway, because Runway runs these machine learning models in the cloud. You can sometimes run them locally, and there's a fee for running them in the cloud. So I think Runway, if you haven't used it after like 10 minutes, it shuts it off. Okay, so now let's try, and let's see what we get. All right, late night pumpkin party. So creepiness. I should probably like use some CSS to set these like slightly transparent and like do cool stuff with them. But I think I'm gonna pause for right now. So now all I need to do is I need to go back to here and I need to, well, first of all, so, and I need to change, so I'm gonna go, let me show you. So I need to change this to now, Runway allows me to take the model that I'm running locally on my computer and deploy it to a server, and then there's a fee for every query to it. And so I am going to change this from localhost to the endpoint of my model, but I don't want you to see the endpoint. So I'm gonna do that while I'm just in the camera view. So bear with me for a second. I've downloaded all this new music. I don't know where any of it is. All right, got some suspense going on here. Am I going to be able to get this to work? All right. Stopping running the model locally. Hosted models. I'm going to copy my endpoint. I'm just replacing, again, whoops, all I'm doing is replacing this right here with the endpoint that I'm getting from Runway. And then I'm going to test to make sure it works. Ah! It didn't work. Why? What did I miss? Error. Hold on. Let's look at the error. let you in on the error. Here comes the error. Ah, there's the endpoint. There it is. Well, here's my endpoint. Couldn't get it to work anyway. What happened? I'm going to change the endpoint. Now that you all see it. By the way, I think there's some breaking news right here on the Coding Train, coming to you live. I hear from the chat that P5JS has a function called shuffle, which is why I couldn't name my variable shuffle, and I didn't have to write my own function called shuffle because it shuffles it. Anyway. Okay. Now, we can see it on the website. Oh yeah, of course. There's no way I'm hiding this from you. This was a failed attempt at hiding my. This is a very failed attempt at hiding. I don't really care right now. Good luck. I mean, I can turn it off, but like, why? Error unauthorized. I must have to do something. What did I forget? That's weird. Well, thank you very much for tuning in to this live stream. Let me at least deactivate it. I will resolve this issue. Well, I just want to see some pumpkin images show up on the overlay. This is so sad. All right, let's make it do something else. I'm going to resolve this other issue. I've got too many issues, which one is like, I can't get it to work. Two is, actually, I could just run it locally on the, this is all very silly. So I can't get it to work. I also can't figure out how to like do this without everybody having access to the endpoint. Oh, I need a token, right? Credentials. Oh, I've done this before. Okay, hold on. Give me a second, everybody. As you were, of course, I need the credentials. So silly. So silly. I'm going to get those credentials. I know how to do it. I forgot. So, I need headers. And the headers have, I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm going to show this to you while not showing you the authorization. So this here is actually, if I go in the Runway interface and I go to the cloud-hosted model, the code includes headers. So I need to have a token under authorization, and it's a secret code in order for me to access it, which I could hide that code in an environment variable or as a keys file if I were running a node server and doing all this stuff correctly. But I'm just going to get it to work. And all you hackers out there, you're going to get that code, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to shut it down as soon as it works the first time around. I'm going to shut this. I'm going to pull this train over to the side of the road, which would probably be very dangerous to do that with a train. All right. Okay, everybody, you can't see it, but I can see it. And I'm grabbing it. And I'm going into P5. I'm narrating what I'm doing. And I'm in my Get Pumpkin function. And I am putting in some new code. And I'm going to say, just give me a second here. Okay. Activating my model. I don't think this is worth it. Okay, we're in good shape here. Okay. Just give me a second here, everybody. I think, how do I get it to refresh browser when scene becomes active? Okay, here we go, everybody. Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on. Fit. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for watching this episode. Let's stop this here. Of the Coding Train. How do I get there? It's midnight, and we're having a pumpkin party here. I don't know how to end this. Thank you all for watching the Coding Train here. Move the time update to the bottom of the loop. Here I am. Okay, wait, I have to fit wherever. Okay, so thank you for watching this. I will be back tomorrow night at 11 p.m. To continue this insanity that I'm on. And I appreciate you being here. I'm gonna go get into the fetal position and cry. I know the time should appear on top, right? I'm trying to get to tomorrow. Today we finished. Oh wait, hold on. So if I could just manage to edit this, I think, does the check things work in a README? This is so exciting. Does this work? No, oh, I still need the bullets. I don't know. Oh, the pumpkins are appearing. Look, feel the accomplishment. Bask in the glory that is the check mark on the midnight pumpkin alarm. Thank you once again for watching. I hope you enjoy these AI-created strange things. I'm going to switch to my end animation, which, I know. So first of all, let me just come back here for a second and say, I'm going to now recreate a moment here. I am going to click the button, commit to master directly. Pretend I'm doing that right now. I click it, and your reaction is? Yes, I know. And by the way, that should basically be your reaction for this entire live stream, which was apparently 90 minutes now. So maybe the late night Coding Train show goes from 11 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. I have to wake up pretty early in the morning, I'll have you know. And I'm going to have an easy day. I'm going to enjoy tomorrow so much because I'm going to have, I think every time I switch, it resets, yeah. I'm going to enjoy tomorrow so much because I'm going to have known that I did a live stream the night before. And I'll just keep making stuff. But I want to thank, does anybody have the list of members for me to thank with random numbers? We had so many new members join. And I'll read you some random numbers to all the new members. To all you new members out there, I don't know why you joined. I will give you a refund. I absolutely will happily give you a refund if you want to cancel your membership. Just let me know. Me, I Am So Me writes in the Coding Train Discord member chat, it did seem like a live stream of bad security and code maintenance practices. And I would say, thank you. That is actually the Coding Train tagline. Late night with the Coding Train. Bad security and code maintenance practices. And apparently, we have some breaking news. So first of all, I'm shutting down the my deployed model because I don't want any trouble. I don't want the Runway people to be calling me in the morning. Why did you destroy our servers? And I am going to come back here and give you some breaking news. Hello, this is Dan Schiffman with the Coding Train. I'm drinking ginger tea. Apparently, already, there is a Coding Train color palette. Here are the colors and CJ, Coding Garden with CJ. This is where I would love to plug all of the other streaming, content creation, coding, fun time, party channels you should watch. Check out Coding Garden with CJ. I think mostly now on Twitch, but I think if you just search using your preferred search engine for Coding Garden with CJ, you will find everything you need. Oh, I love this. This is the greatest thing ever. Here's the Coding Train color palette. Use at however you like, wherever you like, always. Thank you for that breaking news. And now, I don't have the list of all the new members. I do actually, I think I might have a way of, whoops, I don't know what that is. This is the Pumplican. Let's put it up here. I do have a way of, I believe, finding all the new members. So if you will bear with me for a second, I will thank them. No! Ha! Oh, perfect. All right. Now, I will thank all the new members who joined the Coding Train. This one goes out to you, William. 70,280. Oreste, 56,625. Pedro, 52,413. Kartik, 40,118. Pedro again, another Pedro! The most popular name of Coding Train members! 99,000. Something. I lost my place. 99,862. And Dustin. Thank you, Dustin. 46,749. And Marcos. Thank you, Marcos. 37,517. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. I do have a secret overlay for you that I will now bring up. I love you all. I thank you so much for joining me on this strange, bizarro ride. And I will see you all tomorrow night at this very time, 11 p.m. in Late Night with the Coding Train. Mwah. As always, I always forget the this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot song. This dot, this dot, this dot. Never forget this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot song. This dot, this dot. This dot, never forget this dot. This dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do dot, this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot song. This dot, this dot, this dot. Never forget this dot. This dot, this dot, this dot. Never forget this dot. I'm gonna do the this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, the this dot song. Never forget the this dot. Somebody compose that song for me. I'm back just for a minute because amazingly, I set up a dog cam. I put a camera on the dog's bed underneath where I sit. And I'm gonna say once again, here we go. So that I can show you the dog. Strangely enough, the dog is not there in the dog's coordinates set. What's going to appear right now, but here we go. It's the polar to Cartesian coordinates song. There she is. Oh, look at those eyes. There's a light on her. There's Greta. Say goodnight to Greta, everybody. Sleeping so peacefully in the dog's bed. Bye, everybody. Auto-tune and the internet will fix that for me. Sing it with me. It's the polar to Cartesian coordinates song. 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 So this is random, this is noise, Perlin noise that is. In the core random algorithm, the actual random algorithm itself, those numbers aren't related at all. You pick, like, I'm picking random numbers between 0 and 10. 9, 2, 7, 6, 1, 9, 4, 8, 9, 2, 1, 3. I pick 9 a lot apparently. But with Perlin noise, I might pick numbers like this. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6. Well, this is like Perlin noise performance art. 9, 2, 7, 6, 1, 9, 4, 8, 9, 2, 1, 3. I pick 9 a lot. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4. Well, this is like Perlin noise performance art. 7, 5, 9, 2, 7, 6, 1, 9, 4, 8. But with Perlin noise, I might pick numbers like this. 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 5. Hurling noise, that is. Hurling noise. So this is hurling noise, that is. Hurling noise. This is hurling noise, that is. Hurling noise. So this is hurling noise, that is. Hurling noise. Hurling noise, that is. Hurling noise. So this is hurling noise, that is. Hurling noise. This is hurling noise, that is. Hurling noise. So this is hurling noise, that is. Hurling noise. Hurling noise, that is. Hurling noise. So this is hurling noise, that is. Hurling noise. This is hurling noise, that is. Hurling noise. So this is hurling noise, that is. Hurling noise, that is. Hurling noise. This is hurling noise, that is. Hurling noise. This is hurling noise, that is. Hurling noise. So this is hurling noise, that is. Hurling noise. Apparently. But with hurling noise, I might pick numbers like this. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 5, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 5. Well, this is like hurling noise performance art. Unicorns and rainbows and cupcakes. What else is there? Yes, kittens. Thank you very much. Kittens and rainbows and cupcakes. Notice that. Look what I get. I'm really losing my mind. Okay, let's do it. Kittens and kittens and kittens and kittens. 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 Kittens and kittens and kittens. Kittens and 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 kittens and kittens and kittens. I feel just sort of like a nice feeling of relaxation. Everything's gonna be okay today. Dream is not broken, it has not frozen. This is a wonderful thing. Okay, we're gonna do it. I'm really getting to something. I need my sound effect. Unicorns and rainbows and cupcakes. What else is there? Unicorns and rainbows and cupcakes. That was invalid syntax, I forgot. There was one other thing here that I think is important that I will use continuously over and over again in all sorts of text generation analysis things. That I will use continuously over and over again. First thing I need to do is, yes, kittens. Kittens, kittens. I'm really losing my mind. Okay, we're gonna do it. Kittens and kittens and kittens and kittens. 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 Kittens and kittens and kittens and Das Vidania.